Hi, I'm BNEWS Reporter Chris Flaherty, and welcome to another community update. I'm here with Julie Burke, Head of Youth Services at the Burlington Library, to figure out what's going on at the library this summer. Julie, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming in on this very warm Tuesday.
Absolutely.
But there's a lot of nice things going on at the library to keep us cool and air conditioning.
Yes, absolutely.
So this Thursday is the big summer kickoff carnival. You want to tell me what's going on there?
Yes, so to kick off our season of summer reading, we are hosting a kickoff carnival at the library, generously sponsored by Wegmans and the Friends of the Burlington Public Library.
Awesome.
We're going to have activities for all ages. The big activity of the afternoon is the magic show with Chris Herrick at 4 o'clock. But if you stick around, we'll have carnival games and snacks and food, and then followed by a second concert with Melodious Sack at 6 o'clock and even a teen-only party at 7 o'clock. So there's really activities for everyone of all ages. Starting at 3:30 is when we'll give out free tickets to the magic show and information about the summer reading game boards this year.
Very cool. Now let's talk about the game boards, because there's 3 levels for adults, teens, and kids, right?
Yes, so the summer reading theme this year is called Level Up at Your Library. It has a whole gaming theme, so we decided to turn it into game boards for all ages. So for kids, we have a game board that looks a little bit like this. We have them based on different characters, and it has activities that you can do in the library and outside the library, and it includes some time spent reading. So for kids, they'll finish a game board and be able to turn it in for a spin on our prize wheel, which will include a variety of prizes, but we're very excited for brand new books to be able to give out for free as well. For the teens, they have a slightly different game board. This one is based off of the game Monopoly. For teens, they only have to complete 10 of these activities for a similar thing. They'll turn it in for a scratch ticket for a prize. And I don't have the adult board with me, but similar idea to these. It's another game board puzzle. You finish the activities, and for adults, there's an extra puzzle that you need to solve. If you do the activities and solve the puzzle, then you'll earn, we got special made travel mugs as the prizes this year.
Nice.
Yes, so excited to give those out to our adult patrons who finished the challenge.
Cool. I have a few adults that would probably like Dogman on their board.
Yes, that too.
Yeah. So how can residents participate in this?
Yeah, so there's no registration for these this summer. So it's basically you stop by the library, pick up a game board starting this Thursday. We also have all of the game boards posted on our website. For families or kids that are going away for the summer, there will be game boards that you can do outside of Burlington as well. They won't require you to go into the library in order to do them. And then at the end of the summer, you can stop by even as late as when school starts up again to trade it in for a prize. So we'll end August 16th is the official end date of the program. That's when we'll stop handing out new game boards. But after that, kids can still turn in for prizes.
Awesome. So what else is going on at the library this summer? I know there's a lot of programs on the calendar. We don't have time to go through all of them, but what are some of the bigger ones? Yes,
we're very excited for a whole calendar of events this summer. For kids, we have some special performers that are coming in, things like puppet shows, music concerts for families. A really fun one that I was able to talk up at some of the schools is called the Whale Mobile, but a group of scientists will bring in an inflatable, life-size humpback whale.
That's awesome.
They'll lead the kids inside, tell them all about whales, conservation efforts, and it's going to be really cool for kids to see, again, a life-size version of a whale inside the library. We're hoping it fits in the meeting room.
Very cool.
So that one's for kids. For adults, we have our monthly book groups, our monthly maker meetups. During the summertime, we'll only do evening sessions of those instead of afternoon and evening. And another fun one for adults that we're trying out this summer is called a slice swap, where you bake a cake, bring it to the library, and then you're going to get to try other people's cakes and try swapping out slices of cake with other people.
Sounds dangerous.
Yes.
But very fun. Now, evening maker meet, is that like, for those not in the know, can you explain that?
Sure, yeah. So the Adult Maker Meetup is a different crafting program every month, where sometimes it'll be led by some of our talented reference staff, and sometimes we've hired a special artist to come in and do a craft like wire-wrapped trees was a really popular one recently, or hand painting coasters. So we'll sometimes during the year we have 2 sessions of it in order to accommodate more people, and during the summertime we tend to just do 1 session in the evening for people who are free then.
Awesome. Speaking of evenings, PJs in the park. This seems new. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so this is a fun one. The goal is to do an evening story time program because oftentimes we only do our story times first thing in the morning and not all families can make it to those. So we're trying one in the evenings on Thursdays this summer. We're going to do it over on the town common if the weather's nice. If not, it'll be inside the library, but PJs in the park was a more fun name. And so we just encourage families to come down. They can make a picnic of it if they want, and I'm going to read some stories.
Very cool. Hopefully the heat dies down for that.
Yes. It's all weather dependent, of course.
Now, I know you guys have teen volunteers. Does that continue through the summer?
Yes, our teen volunteering opportunities will continue throughout the summer, mainly on Thursday afternoons, but also some other days of the week as well. Kids will register beforehand to give our young adult librarian a chance to prep the materials, but those are usually an hour or 2 hour long opportunities, helping us prep for some crafts in the building, and it's a chance to earn some volunteer time for their school log.
Cool. And how can they sign up to volunteer at the library?
Yes, so you can register through our website, and you can also learn more about all of these events through the website. We have an event calendar that will have all the details of whether a program needs registration beforehand, or if it's what we call drop-in, which is just you can show up at the program time or come in and out of a program. Most of the volunteer things will need to be signed up beforehand, and events that require registration always open 2 weeks before for registration.
And we should note for residents, the hours for the library do change during the summer, right?
Yes, that's an important thing to note as well. So during the summer times, we're only open for a half day on Saturdays. So we're only open from 10 to 2, and we are closed on Sundays. But Monday through Friday, our hours the same as the regular year, 10 to 9, Monday through Thursday, and 10 to 6 on Fridays.
Great. So what are some books readers should be on the lookout for this summer? I know you brought some examples here.
I brought my stack, of course. There's still plenty more. So for the kids side, I can show 2 examples here. This one is one of our newer graphic novels. This is Katie the Cat Sitter. This is very much in the style of the Raina Telgemeier books. So if your kids are a fan of the Smile Sisters Gut series, definitely check out Katie and the Cat Sitter.
Awesome.
For some of our younger kiddos, if you're reading picture books, this is a really beautiful one. It's called The Interpreter. This one kind of speaks to the experience of kids who speak multiple languages and are oftentimes the interpreter for their parents in different social situations. This is a great read even as adults. So again, it's picture book size, but I would definitely say it's a great read for adults as well. For teens, I brought in The Wild Huntress. This is one of our new fantasy young adult novels. Very kind of classic fairies, princes, a magical quest, very adventurous. Definitely a new one to pick up if you're looking for a fantasy young adult read. And then lastly, others may have heard about this one. It's the newest Emily Henry. This is Great Big Beautiful Life. But I did want to draw attention to, because it is such a popular title, that we have 14-day copies of all popular titles. So this is, again, a New York Times bestselling author. You're oftentimes on the bottom of a very long holds list at the library. But for copies like this, we have, it'll just show up on a sticker on the top corner, 14-day. It's no reserve copies. So you just walk in, whatever's available is available. You can take it home for 2 weeks and bring it back, and then more people can read these copies.
Very cool. And now the important question, Julie, what are you reading this summer?
So thank you for asking.
Of course.
So on the adult side, my personal taste, I'm picking up Maggie Stiefvater is a young adult writer, but she just came out with her first adult novel. It's called The Listeners. It's actually a historical fiction novel set at the very beginning or right after Pearl Harbor, and it kind of tells the story of how Axis diplomats were actually housed in American hotels in an exchange program to get American diplomats back from Axis-controlled countries. So it's really interesting so far. Her style of writing has a lot of magic in it as well, so it's both historical fiction and a little bit of magic. And then on the kids side, I'm hoping to start on the new MCBA list. That's the Massachusetts Choice Book Award list. They come out with a new list of about 25 or 30 titles at the end of every school year. They ask kids in Massachusetts to read all the books on the list and vote on their favorites, and then they make an award winner at the end. So yeah, for the kids side, I'm hoping to start in on a few of those middle grade novels.
Very cool. All right, you've given me some recommendations for the summer now too.
Great.
Awesome. Julie, thank you so much for coming in.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. And thank you all for watching this community update. I'm BNEWS Reporter Chris Flaherty. I will see you at the library.